Dark worlds, supernatural powers, and dangerous creatures are at the heart of these upcoming vampire games. This collection features upcoming vampire games across action, RPG, horror, and survival. Let's get started.
10 years ago, the world changed forever. Our secret was exposed. We vampires would no longer have to hide.
Nighthawks places you in a modern city where vampires live under public scrutiny, balancing survival with ambition. Restore a struggling nightclub, recruit unforgettable allies, unlock supernatural abilities, and shape relationships through meaningful choices. Every decision influences your rise, whether you build a haven for fellow outcasts or embrace the darker side of your immortal existence while navigating dangerous rivalries nightly.
It takes the gift we share to truly appreciate this world and its opportunities.
Embrace it. Have fun. Just don't get caught.
Reclamation is coming once we have taken back the night. The city would love nothing more than to tear itself apart.
There's a reason we get old, baby vampire. There's a reason we die. When you're just living for the sake of living, turns out there's not much of a life.
An accomplice, a servant, a slave. Human serving vampires is a common...
Harrowed World Portents in Red begins with a newly turned vampire investigating a chilling mystery on the isolated Isle of Gallo after a blood-weeping statue sparks fear across the city. Feed to survive, master supernatural powers, uncover hidden conspiracies, and shape your destiny through meaningful choices, dangerous alliances, and encounters with both human and supernatural enemies.
Each one is bound to a vampire referred to as their dominus by a disturbing act called the binding. The vampire produces a thick black mucus-like substance known as doxian, which can be released voluntarily from the mouth or a wound. The substance must be consumed by or injected into the human. Due to its repulsive taste, few will consume it willingly. The doxian embeds itself inside the body, binding them to their dominus. While they don't have to like the one that bound them, they have no choice but to obey them. The substance is generally believed to be harmless, though may cause alarm if placed under medical scrutiny. The connection a doxy shares with their dominus manifests as a physical mark on the skin, known as the legatus, which can also refer to the psychic connection the two share, allowing them to communicate without a single word spoken, even over extended distances. The legatus mark looks something akin to a freeze brand that a farmer might put on cattle. The design, if it could said to be a design, resembles thorns, though the exact composition varies. No one knows why the look of the mark diverges. Some have developed theories as to the cause, while others just accept it as a normal part of life. Biologically speaking, doxies are no different than ordinary humans, lacking any supernatural powers of their own, but they can easily distinguish vampires and other doxies from typical members of the species. Plus they are more resilient than their unbound counterparts and heal faster, by virtue of the natural properties of the doxian, a necessity in the brutal world of the undead. As a doxy ages at the same rate as an ordinary human, they are generally short-lived in comparison to the vampire that they serve. Wishlist.
Bloody Hell Hotel turns a crumbling vampire estate into a thriving hotel business where renovation, management, and survival go hand in hand. Restore luxurious rooms, gather resources from dangerous underground dungeons, craft equipment, prepare unusual meals, hire fellow vampires, and decide whether to satisfy your guests or make them part of the menu. Hunter the Reckoning Deathwish is an action RPG where you hunt supernatural creatures hiding across New York streets. Investigate monsters, gather clues, craft specialized weapons, and upgrade your safe house while every decision shapes the people around you and the outcome of the hunt. careful planning, trusted allies, and smart choices matter just as much as surviving each deadly encounter.
The monsters truly exist. You play as a regular human with no superpowers. Supernatural enemies can easily outmatch you. A beast can easily tear you apart, and a vampire can disappear in a split of a second. So going unprepared is a certain death. You'll be able to create your own male or female character and customize its looks in a deep editor. Also, you will have to choose from different attributes or skills. It's all based on the Hunter Daconing rulebook, so there's plenty of options to choose from, and each playstyle can be very unique. So you can explore open areas to gather some intel, investigate some crime scenes to gather some clues, and find some people who know a bit more than just rumors about the supernaturals and make them talk by whatever means you choose. So all objectives can be achieved in different playstyles. You can sneak your way in, you can show some muscles and fight your way in, talk your way in. Guns are also an option, but you just need to remember that each choice in the game has its own weight, and it leads to very different consequences by the end. You'll team up with a cell of other hunters who will provide vital insights, firepower, and some technical support. But throughout the campaign, you will also learn their personal stories and bond with them, which can even lead to romance. At Theon, we always wanted to explore that true RPG direction, and World of Darkness, with its complex RPG systems, gritty themes, and modern world settings, felt like a perfect match for us. Get ready to fight back against the darkness and reclaim the night in summer 2027.
A reckoning is coming.
Hello, I'm Matt from Evil Empire, the studio.
Castlevania Belmont's Curse brings Rose Belmont to a monster-infested medieval Paris, where she battles terrifying creatures with the legendary vampire killer whip. Unlock arcana powers from defeated bosses, customize combat with weapons and relics, and uncover hidden paths throughout interconnected locations. Every new ability opens fresh routes, while deadly enemies and towering bosses stand between Rose and the truth behind the city's destruction.
Them again. Together, we're continuing our collaboration for the 40th anniversary of the franchise. Being a French team, we were arrogant enough to set the game in France. Except for me, of course, being a humble Englishman. Now, let me set the scene. The year is 1499, and Paris has been invaded by Dracula's forces. As a Belmont, you will hunt down monsters across the city, scaling the sacred spires of Notre Dame, descending into the skull-lined catacombs, and dueling corrupted legends like Joan of Arc. Only berets and baguettes are missing, but I think you've had enough of that already. And what will become of Paris when Dracula's castle finally emerges? Well, you'll have to wait a little longer to find out.
The Witcher 4 shifts the spotlight to Ciri as the new lead, bringing fresh combat mechanics, expanded exploration, and new regions like Kovir. New gameplay systems, seamless mountain movement with Kelpie, and a darker story launch a brand new Witcher trilogy, while Ciri's Witcher abilities open the door to new combat styles, monster hunts, and choices across an unfamiliar continent.
Salt. Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kaitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about. Hey, guys.
Hey. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open-world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Born ready. Kaitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating the monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village. All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Ciri. Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
And the missus?
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Bugger. Not her again.
Creature. Not even at the Lion Exeter Fair. Now, for 9 gazes while I present him with a fish. For the furry rascal will often wink, and the fair's weight grants good
Summon
fortune.
the witcher here, have they?
More than feet.
Damned if they
Oh, pardon. Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together.
Take your man cards elsewhere, you filthy lout. You'll find only honest winters here.
Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it? Ready to wait.
Silver, round ones, what jingle in the purse.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the Ciri the quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? With Churres. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Ciri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Rugged me ladies after one of
Girls, get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into scene, something more. Got mackerel, cod, all Brexit's finest.
And there is tons of tech to play here, even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal Smart Objects, Chaos Cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Ciri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus. But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Onward, Kelpie. We've worked.
The Duskbloods is a multiplayer action game where up to 8 Bloodsworn warriors battle terrifying monsters and rival players while competing to claim the mysterious First Blood. Every match mixes PvPvE combat, dynamic objectives, powerful bosses, and supernatural blood abilities across battlefields shaped by a collapsing world where different eras collide.
You're finally here.
Votre attention, le soleil est sur le point de se coucher. Tous les citoyens sont priés de se mettre à l'abri en intérieur.
Marvel's Blade brings Blade to a vampire-overrun Paris, where he fights through dangerous streets to uncover the truth behind the supernatural invasion. Third-person combat combines Blade's signature weapons, brutal abilities, and vampiric powers, while interconnected environments reward exploration with hidden routes, secrets, and encounters that reflect his struggle between humanity and the darkness within.
Relax, man. I don't bite. Lock up tight now. Night's just getting started.
You certainly have reasons to hate me. My son.
The Blood of Dawnwalker brings Cohen's struggle to life as he fights as a human by day and a vampire by night across a plague-ravaged 14th century Europe. Different abilities, combat styles, and choices become available depending on the time of day, while your decisions, alliances, and use of cursed powers determine the fate of your family before time runs out.
Determination is not enough to cheat your fate, Dawnwalker.
How many innocents did you drain dry? Maybe we aren't so different after all.